Hi everyone, this is George Cook of African American Reports. In this video I want to talk about the shootings in Chicago and how conservatives/Republicans only seem to pay attention to these shootings in a political context. I mean, if they really cared, why hasn't something been done by now? Definitely since 2009 when President Obama was inaugurated into office, this has been a talking point used against President Obama, while Republicans/conservatives accuse him of not doing anything about the violence in Chicago. They never admit that they haven't done anything either. And if they really cared, why haven't they done anything? I just want to give you these shocking statistics. I'm sure some of you have heard them. I may be preaching to the choir. But last year in 2016, over 762 people were killed in Chicago, with over 4,300 being shot. This year so far, we had 51 homicides. That's right, in the month of January alone, 51 people were killed in the city of Chicago, and 600 guns were recovered last month, which I guess is a step in the right direction, but a lot more needs to be done. And what Republicans forget to ignore, and last year, the very violent year, the governor was Bruce Rauner, who is a Republican. So it's not Republican-Democrat thing, it's who is going to do something about this. Now, Republicans, you have the Senate, you have the House, you have the presidency, you have a Republican governor. The onus is on you to do something. Now, two areas where I really believe they will do something, and not so much because it's the right reason, but because it helps their corporate buddies, are with charter schools and with jobs. We all know that in many cases, charter schools have now become corporate entities, run by people trying to make a buck because they don't have the same controls as our normal public schools. So I do expect to see a rash of charters probably open up in Chicago and the surrounding areas. So that may happen because, again, that helps their corporate buddies. There may be jobs that come back, but they'll probably be non-union jobs, lower wage paying jobs, and the people that bring those jobs back will probably get the mother of all tax breaks and tax incentives to come back. So in the short term, everybody will be applauding, saying how great a deal this is, but in 5 to 10 years, they'll realize it's not such a great deal. Now, the third area where I don't expect Republicans/conservatives or Donald Trump to do anything about, because it would destroy one of their long-standing talking points, is to address the gun issue in Chicago. Conservatives often say, well, gun laws work. Why is there so much violence in Chicago? But they never admit the fact that the gun laws in Chicago are not the problem. It's the gun laws in the areas surrounding Chicago and the states surrounding Chicago that's the problem. In many other counties, as long as you can fog up a mirror, you can buy a weapon. And people buy the weapons outside of Chicago and bring them out, and bring them back into Chicago. So in order to address that, Republicans would have to get real about how guns are being bought in, and they would have to basically go against their buddies, the NRA, who donate thousands, if not millions, to their campaigns, and make gun laws tougher in areas surrounding Chicago. And that's not something I see any of them wanting to do. Number one, it destroys their talking point. Number two, it would cut off millions in funding from their NRA buddies. And number three, it would basically make them out to be liars, because they've been lying about the gun laws in Chicago for 10, 11 years now. So I really don't expect much to change. There may be some jobs, there may be some movement toward charter schools, which will help. But even with the charter school situation, that doesn't address after high school. When a kid graduates high school and there's nothing there for them, the gangs will step in. Again, these will be low-paying jobs, and I'm pretty sure at first they will be given to Chicago residents, but as the jobs stay there longer and longer, they will weed whatever obligatory people they had to hire out. It happens all the time, so don't think that it won't. So my questions to Republicans is, are you really serious about doing something about the violence in Chicago? Because if you are, you will address the gun issue. Thank you.